Okay.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Okay. Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say all that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about Monokuma Taichi? The life-threatening game.
See,
How can you be sure he's the only one?
you're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Okay.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Did he... Oh, you had the camera. You took a
At an
picture.
opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Well, I guess at least we know he's not lying, then. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you
What?
again.
Where'd all these trees come from? Huh?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. From the
Okay.
secret room within the final dead room.
Oh, yeah, you can't see Grape House at all. It should be visible from this angle.
But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? Well, it's got to be like over here. You should see Grape House. That's the primary thing, right? What's this? Isn't that like what is that? It's like a weird artifact? I don't know. Maybe he just had like the camera lens smudged up a bit.
Here! If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Like I said, there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo. Which means there are other contradictions contained in it. But I guess for starters, I mean, look at the scenery. Like, weren't we supposed to be in a funhouse? Like, just in the middle of the carnival?
Here! You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
It's too high up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange.
Are they stacked on top of each other? That's totally what it is, isn't it? They're stacked on top of each other, and then And then the elevator has to rotate in order. It's actually an up and down elevator, and it just rotates to make the approach into the other place, into the tower, make sense.
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call.
Granted, I was never assuming first floor necessarily literally meant first floor, but fair enough.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Like, come on. I've been like a leading person in solving these cases up till now. Like, up there with you, man.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Well, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor, using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Logic dive, and I've got extra jumping powers now. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Points well spent. Alright. Whoa! Hey! That's cheap! Okay, we'll slow down, I guess. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Yeah, okay. They both exist. I guess that depends on what the meaning of exist is. Somewhat. Oh, dang it. This particular minigame is a bit out of place, I must say. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? I mean, I guess I'd say they're the same building if they're stacked on top of each other. Again, it kind of depends on what your definitions are specifically. Oh, whoa! How far back did it just put me? Not that far back. I'm too good at jumping! No! Maybe if I slow down a bit. Guys. I think my power up might be a power down, as it turns out. Cursed moon jumps? I literally can't! No! Who tested this? I thought this was okay. No! I'm losing lives not to incompetent deductions, but because I jumped too high. My hops are too good. No, no, come on! Oh. Jump over the boost? Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Thank you. Thank you, Jedi Steve. I'm jumping up. Okay, question 3. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned? Vertically. I honestly thought that was really the last question. It was. Okay. There you
It's
go.
all coming together.
So, yeah, they're on top of each other. Could have told you that before, like
Got it.
snowboarding down
I
the
know the secret of the funhouse.
nets, but...
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings.
No, they wouldn't be.
They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry House is located on the floors above Grape House.
I see.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Okay.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
That doesn't really matter. They can have, like, a facade.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
Yeah, you can have different interior layouts. That's the thing.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Well, thanks for the follow, Lucky Charm 808. Glad you're here with us on the stream.
And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Okay.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I mean, it's a clever design. I'll give you that much.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Are you guys hearing the air conditioning going, like, wild? Tell me if you do, because if so, I can turn it off.
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Yeah, thanks, Lucky Charm. Yeah, we're having a great time here.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
I assumed it's also like a giant elevator.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
We'll see.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Notice me, Sonia. Bye. Okay, what do we got here? Who knows what it'll be. Try the doorknob. Seems we have time for that.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
What?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
What?
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
What?
So which one was the fake body?
You're insane.
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Like, this is obviously incorrect, but I guess I need to figure out which piece of evidence specifically contradicts it. Is something like that even possible? No! There's no way. I saw this
Hurry
Monokuma.
up, dumbass!
Maybe the Monokuma file? Hold on.
One of the bodies in one of the towers.
How do you see what the Monokuma file says specifically? His body was discovered. His head is severely injured. Despite his arms and legs are attached. I mean, none of that is specifically contradictory. I mean, other than this, the whole concept is actually insane. Wire. Again, I mean, that doesn't directly contradict, just common sense sort of does. The pillar. And you could just present that and be like, really? And also they tipped over the pillar in both locations. And that's a possibility. Well, and the hammer and the chain, like... Yeah, and they put the fragments in the exact same spots, like... Are you even listening to yourself? What do we actually have access to? The wire, the goodnight button. Let me read the description of the goodnight button. Again, that doesn't directly contradict anything. Wire, tipped over
Nekomaru
pillar.
died with a
The
mechanical
chain?
body. It should be possible to construct a dummy.
The chain? No, the chain doesn't prove anything. In this case.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
Doorknob shouldn't prove anything
No
either,
fair,
because
you
it's
totally
basically a
stole my
false door in either
spotlight.
case.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just
Or wait.
pick one of them!
Does the doorknob? Because there's only one missing doorknob. In theory, we would have found two doorknobs. One in each tower. If the towers are exactly the same. Where does the second doorknob come from? Where does the second body come from is also pretty...
I'm gonna
is
solve this
arguably
mystery in
a
a
tougher
flash.
problem, but...
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Doorknob is one
One
reason.
of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
There's no way. Okay. Hey, you're not making any sense. If you got something to say, just say it. Okay. It was worth a shot.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers
It can't just be strange feeling in the tower again.
was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Mechanical body.
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight.
And where would we
So
get the
which
parts
one was
from?
the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
It's one of those things, he's said something so stupid. There's so many holes in it, I just don't even know where to start with regards to doing it. It's like debating a flat earther. Like, everything you've said is wrong. Okay, let's just think about this. Could we use mechanical body on... he should know more than anyone. We have nowhere to get parts like that. Hell, if if that's the theory we're going for, then you've got to be the only suspect, because no one else could even come close to building that.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass.
And look at pillars. You get strange feeling what the specific description is. Even the parts looked exactly the same. Okay, yeah, that's our hook here. Because the parts he arranged were exactly the same. So unless he's saying that he was the killer and specifically anticipated arranging the parts in that way, it's not possible.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Well, hold on. We might be okay, we might have to do the same thing but contradict Gundams.
Damn it!
Because Gundam has the parts.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Yes, you're right, but technically Nekomaru isn't a machine. He's a mechanical organism. A magnetic field was unleashed at the time of the meteor landed, causing a bizarre reaction from the machinery.
Damn it!
Like, this claim is insane.
This mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass.
What does the wire prove? What's the wire's description? Tied up with a metal wire. Again, like it's not any more outlandish that he could have had a second wire than like could have had a second Nekomaru. Button was pressed. Like got all like it's just not conceivable. In the slightest. Like, where'd they get the parts? Where'd they get the oil? Where'd they get anything? They made it to have the exact same damages? How? Why are we even entertaining this theory? This is like that one time where, I think it was in Danganronpa 1, where we started off a trial debating whether or not Kyoko was a ghost. This is nonsense! I'm debating a flat earther here. And again, it's not any more absurd to say that they chipped over 2 pillars and say they got a second Nekomaru. Killer was able to enter tower from Strawberry Hall. Like, I don't think this proves anything because the chain would have just been... Chain was on the far door. That isn't even a door that's accessed regardless. Why they chained it up in the first place, who can say?
One of the bodies
We only have 2 statements here, right?
Was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
What spare parts?
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight.
I mean, we could do mechanical body on dummy.
Was a fake body?
Like no one would have had the know-how or resources to build it. It's absurd. Don't Nekomaru? Does that mean the kill prepared it in advance? No, it's not possible.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy. Damn it!
How is this the statement that's difficult to disprove?
This mystery in a flash.
Good night button? Like, what does it prove? What does it prove? Nothing. Nothing. Wire. Okay, he was tied up. How is that any more absurd than him, than having a second Nekomaru? Like, could it just be the file? Just say like, hey, yeah, they had a dummy that had the exact same injury and setup? That seems unlikely. So, I mean, honestly, if you have a second Nekomaru...
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Robotic transformation, body was discovered. His head is damaged. Dismembered. But it again, like,
fake body?
if we're going with the idea, if we're going with the idea that Nekomaru was,
Damn it!
okay, well, that was last life apparently. Great. No use, yada yada. Everyone doubts me. Wow. Yada yada. Okay.
This is my...
Yeah, we'll retry
We
this.
will never give up.
It's just so dumb. Like, there's so many holes. Like, not a single part of the statement is even remotely close to being accurate. How am I supposed to produce proof with the one perfect piece of evidence when any piece of evidence contradicts it? Not to mention just common sense in general.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Chain does nothing.
Hurry up, dumbass.
The doorknob, like,
One
kind
of the
of
bodies
proof.
in one of the towers
Did I try doorknob?
was actually a dummy.
No, okay. Fact that the doorknob duplicated itself. Okay, that doesn't disprove your theory, apparently. Wish this was like whiskey or some other clear alcohol.
Damn it!
It's just water.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Sure you are, moron. Okay,
Dumbass.
not.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, well I guess. There.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy.
I thought we already
That
did
can
that
be
one.
proven by Kazuichi's account.
Huh? Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body will move too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless you're the killer, of course.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer.
How do you know?
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
True. He could have just feigned, oh, it's too difficult. No one really would have been the wiser.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
Well, it's just, the tower is like a... It's an elevator, Haunted Mansion style.
For a reason, Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
Mark the floor moved to a different floor.
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Oh, Jackie's getting a little bit of sass with everyone else right now. Deservedly so. A device like that. A device that transport things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this! Hangman's Gambit. Okay, it's an elevator! Alright, here we go. It's gonna be the fastest Hangman's Gambit of all time. Well, we will need that in a bit. Elevate. There's an A. Give me an A. There we go. No, my. Why is it going so fast? We need an O. There we go. Elevator.
I got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Well, it's kind of logical.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether
Clever.
you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
I guess it's to complete the illusion. It's possible that the doors might not be part of the structure that moves up and down. Just like in
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
like in a normal elevator, there's two doors. So, one that moves with, one that doesn't.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Sure there is.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Yes.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. Everything that changes on the floor, everything that didn't change is on the wall. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. And one thing these all have in common is they were all heavy, they were all on the floor, they were all huge, or they were all Nekomaru's parts.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator, which is that only the floor moves.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
There we go.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
It's also why the ceiling is basically impossible to see by design.
Which
So you
means
don't
on the
notice
first floor
if
of
you're
Great
higher or
Tower,
lower.
The door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
What do you mean by that?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Yeah.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
To complete the illusion.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, Monami?
What? She designed it?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
You two need a room, or,
There's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
I see, to make us assume it would be hopeless to open it anyway.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on! Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Okay.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
Exactly.
In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Like we did.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Guess it must have been pretty important.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Hopefully, because we have spent the last, like, hour of the trial just talking about the structure of the building.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Oh, poor Kazuichi. He kind of deserves it, though, honestly. I'm willing to go with the Gundam Sonya ship.
You said
Thinks
earlier
Kazuichi
that
gets
Strawberry House
third
and
wheeled.
Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Well, I mean, most elevators transport things vertically. I see, now that you mentioned it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
Maybe the elevator is actually going on, like, a track around, like, the edge of the building. Like, rotating slowly along with us.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree, what does this mean? the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the towers should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Alright, this is where the compass comes in. It's Kazuichi's account is the compass.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Okay, I guess that doesn't contradict it, it explains it. I assure you, when the elevator is behind you, each tower exists in opposite directions. Hajime, your back is getting scorched.
Damn it!
Okay. Got a bit trigger
The two
happy there,
houses are
sorry.
connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Right, it's gotta be Kazuichi's account. Let me just verify this is what I think it is,
Two
because that's
houses are
regarding the
connected.
compass, I believe. Because that's the explanation. Where is Kazuichi's account? There we go. Yeah, apparently the compass needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. So what?
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
I guess we're saying it does both? Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Because it rotates. Well, it moves vertically and also rotates, so that's not technically a contradiction. It's just an
The
additional
elevator wasn't
information.
just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, it's our turn to have a tag team.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Exactly.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side,
There you go.
which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Man, what a
And thanks
fun
to that,
house.
the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
And have you know? I know it's been a while since we've been outside, but remember what island we're on.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Fair.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Was it gravity?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.